Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into something vital: sleep. Or maybe, more accurately, what happens when you don't get it.
Exactly. We've gathered a stack of sources, scientific studies, real examples to really unpack the day-by-day breakdown when you skip sleep.
And our mission here is to show you why calling sleep a luxury is, well, just plain wrong. It's essential maintenance.
Absolutely fundamental.
Okay, let's dive straight in. Day one, 24 hours, no sleep. Our sources say your brain starts acting, well, kind of drunk.
That's a really good analogy, actually. There was a study back in 2000.
Hmm.
It found that being awake for 24 hours straight impairs your cognitive function about as much as having a blood alcohol level of 0.10%.
Wow, 0.10%. That's over the legal driving limit in most places?
Precisely. So your reaction time slows down, your judgment gets cloudy, decision-making suffers, plus you get irritable.
Oh yeah, grumpy.
Definitely grumpy,
Yeah.
and often hungrier, too. Your memory also takes a noticeable hit. It's not just tiredness. Your brain is genuinely underperforming.
Okay, so not just groggy, but actually impaired. Now, push that to 48 hours awake. What happens then? Our sources suggest this is where the body's defenses start to really wobble.
Yeah, 48 hours is a significant threshold. Your immune system starts to, well, falter. You see a spike in things called cytokines.
Cytokines, like when you're sick.
Exactly.
Hmm.
They're proteins that usually fight infection, but here they ramp up inappropriately, almost like your body thinks it's infected.
Huh. Weird.
It is. And studies, like one from Dr. E. Van Cotter's lab, showed actual drops in white blood cells of your immune soldiers and decreased insulin sensitivity.
Which increases risk for things like diabetes, right?
Correct. Your body's basically entering this emergency state, pulling resources away from your normal defenses and repair jobs.
That's pretty concerning. So we've got cognitive decline at 24 hours, physical defenses weakening at 48, but 72 hours, that's when things apparently get downright bizarre.
Oh, absolutely. 72 hours is often where hallucinations can kick in.
Hallucinations. Seriously.
Seriously. It's a phenomenon called REM intrusion. Your brain is so desperate for REM sleep, the dream stage, that fragments of it start leaking into your wakefulness.
Leaking, like dream bits popping up while you're awake.
Sort of, yeah. You're awake, but experiencing dreamlike images or sounds. Remember Randy Gardner? The teenager who stayed awake for 11 days back in '65?
Vaguely, yeah. That was a famous case.
Well, by day 3, 72 hours, he was reporting seeing things that weren't there. Like specific stuff, a black guy in a gray suit riding a bicycle in an empty room.
Wow, not just blurry vision, but actual formed hallucinations. Okay, what about pushing even further? 96 hours, 4 days. Our sources paint a picture of near total shutdown.
That's accurate. At 96 hours, the prefrontal cortex, your brain's CEO, basically handling logic and control, is severely disrupted. We see this in brain imaging studies.
So thinking clearly is just out the window.
Pretty much. Heart rate can become irregular, reaction times plummeting. Emotionally, you might feel numb or swing wildly between extremes. And then there are microsleeps.
Microsleep.
Yeah, these tiny involuntary lapses into unconsciousness, just for a few seconds. But they can happen while you're standing, walking, even driving.
That's terrifying.
It is. EEG studies confirm that the brain is literally forcing tiny shutdowns because it just can't cope anymore. In really extreme, prolonged cases, the symptoms can look disturbingly like schizophrenia, paranoia, total cognitive breakdown.
It really puts into perspective why some organizations see this as, well, as a form of torture.
Precisely. Amnesty International listed prolonged sleep deprivation as exactly that back in 2007. Now, Randy Gardner, he recovered after about 14 hours of sleep, remarkably.
But that's an extreme case. What about chronic, less severe deprivation, the kind many people experience?
That's the crucial point for most of us. Our sources are clear. Chronic sleep loss dramatically ups your risk for serious long-term health problems. Heart disease, depression, Alzheimer's, even a shorter lifespan.
And the CDC calls it a public health epidemic now.
They do, with something like 1 in 3 adults consistently not getting enough sleep. It's a massive issue.
So wrapping this up, the takeaway for you listening seems crystal clear. Sleep isn't optional. It's not just rest. It's fundamental maintenance.
For everything. Your mind, your body, your immune system, your emotional stability. It keeps the whole system running.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? If you want to be sharper, more creative, healthier, emotionally resilient.
What's the priority tonight? It's got to be giving your brain that essential reboot it desperately needs. Sleep isn't lost time, it's critical operating time.